to end the ball game. Rob Dibble gives up a couple of runs in the last 2 innings, but he strikes out 4 and winds up saving this one for Chris Hammond. The Reds are out-hit 11-7 by the Cubs, but they win it 4-3 and take 3 out of 4 over the weekend from the Chicago Cubs.
They were called the Nasty Boys, and they were the hardest throwing bullpen in the majors. Nasty characters to prove it.
He got it. Dibble strikes out the side.
A nasty boy, a guy who really works his tail off on the field, has a good time, tries to earn the respect of his peers, and just is basically kind of a cut above the regular player. He wants to be fair and square, but with a little intimidation added in.
Squeezes on, the bunt is down, the run scores. And Dibble throws the ball away. DeCenzo to second. It almost looked like Dibble was throwing the ball at DeCenzo. And Joe West has thrown Dibble out of the game. Wow. Well, this is certainly something the Reds don't need, but it did appear that Dibble was throwing the ball at DeCenzo.
Communicate, but last night, after the Reds beat the Braves, the manager tried to beat up his star relief pitcher. Rob Dibble's velocity is legendary.
Holy mackerel.
So is his temper.
Uh-oh. Here goes Yalding. Here's Dibble, and the war is on.
Suspended by the league 5 times in less than 4 seasons. Lou Piniella can run hot too, and he can win. But Thursday night, with his Reds all but eliminated, Piniella was told that his reliever had refuted his skipper's account of Dibble's arm stiffness.
Hey, bring it up! Come on, goddammit! Don't do that to me! Come on, Ted! Come on, Ted! Goddammit! Come on, Ted! Fucking man, you son of a...
Try to be treated like a man all year. You don't want to be treated like a man.
Get the camera out of here. If that's on, I'll break it.
You're a damn...
Is a star here in Cincinnati.
A high pop fly. That'll be at the ball game. Paul O'Neill is there.
The runner at first base, 3-2, 2 out. Strike 3 call. Sandberg is caught looking to end the ball game.
Look at those eyes. Those are relief pitcher's eyes.
First, he'll strike out Darren Dalton here looking at a call third strike. He'll then get Charlie Hayes looking at the outside corner at a call third strike. And then David Hollins would strike out to end the game. Rob Dibble strikes out the side in the top half of the 9th inning to end the game.
That was a bad pitch, but he got him and strikes out the side in the 9th inning. Dibble strikes out 3, and the Reds defeat the Phillies.
The Reds have won 5 straight and 14 of 19.
Strike 3 call. Rob Dibble winds up the game with his 4th strikeout. He nails it down with the final 3 innings for Danny Jackson.
Not only an out, but a strikeout. And he did. Struck him out for his 100th strikeout in 67 innings.
The Expos made it exciting in the top of the 9th inning. They scored a run on 2 hits.
The Shields infield hit his last time up. 1 for 3, goes down swinging here.
Dibble pitched 4 no-hitters in high school. He had a 19-2 record, 0.61 ERA. There's strike 3, 2 down. So for all those kids that could not hit him in high school, major leaguers are having just as much trouble.
Dibble gets him on strikes. Well, for the officer who has the best strikeout ratio, so it's 3-2 now.
strike 3.
He got him. Dibble strikes out the side, and the Reds' magic number is 2.
Rob Dibble, one of the nasty boys, is in to try to finish it. He's been howling about being the pitcher in there at the end of the game. Meyer trying to get on, and he skies it into left field for Eric Davis. And that's the first out of the 9th inning with the Reds leading 5-3.
He has struck out of the 14 batters he's faced. He struck out 8.
Was single if leaned hits the ball, but he didn't, and that's his second out of the inning. Right count. Strike called, and the game is over. And Dibble has a 1-2-3 9th inning with 2 strikeouts. The new pitcher is Rob Dibble, and he got him. Didn't start that swing soon enough. 1 out. People out there in the bullpen. Reynolds couldn't catch up with it either. 2 strikeouts for Dibble. Struck out the side. Sets it up for the Reds here in the bottom of the 9th. Well, how would you folks like to watch Rob Dibble pitch against Jose Canseco? This should be fun as we go into the 8th inning.
2 big guys, one who throws hard, one who hits hard. He is one of the nasty boys, Rob Dibble.
Fly ball to center field, and Hatcher goes back. 1 out.
The Nasty Boys would agree that they had personalities that matched their nickname, and each of them was unique in his own way. Rob Dibble had zero tolerance for anyone trying to steal his spotlight. Drafted in the first round back in '83, he burst onto the Cincinnati Reds scene on June 29, 1988, but it was June 4, 1989 that put him on the map. That's when he pitched an immaculate inning, striking out 3 Padres on 9 pitches in the 8th inning of a 5-3 win. This superior level of performance helped him to secure All-Star honors in '90 and '91. He also stole the show as the 1990 NLCS MVP, sharing the spotlight with his fellow nasty boy Randy Myers. And of course, you just have to remember that unforgettable 1990 season. That year, Dibble was totally unhittable as the Reds swept the Oakland Athletics in the World Series, clinching the title in just 4 games. One thing's for sure, Dibble's temper matched his fastball speed, and he used that to his advantage. He etched his name in history by notching his 500th career strikeout in a mere 368 innings, an amazing achievement. But then that fiery attitude didn't always stay on the field. It followed him into the clubhouse and caused him some troubles. From triggering bench-clearing brawls to accidental run-ins with fans, Dibble's intensity knew no bounds. However, whether it was squaring off with players like Eric Yelding and Doug DeCenzo, or butting heads with manager Lou Piniella in '92, Dibble was a force to be reckoned with both on and off the field. Flamethrower Rob Dibble was gearing up for the next inning. 1990 developed into Dibble's year. He stacked up 68 appearances, 98 innings, and an impressive 136 strikeouts. Plus, with 11 saves and a stellar postseason record, he clinched a share of the NLCS MVP.
Rob Dibble gets paid for the situation. Bottom of the 9th, runners in the corners with 1 out.
And you know he's going to be going with his best. He'll be bringing some heat. Chalk up another K for Rob Dibble.
Win a lot of ball games, and if we start out and win our first 30-35 games in a row, we're going to be in first place.
I agree.
The hardest fastball, but he's also leading the league in fines. Earlier this season, he was fined for throwing at Willie Randolph and for throwing a bat in a spring training game. He may have added to his dubious debit Saturday. It started with a packed house at Shea Stadium. It was 7-0 New York, and Dibble, who has been clocked over 100 miles an hour, on in relief. Juan Samuel had just gotten a hit off him. Here's Tuffle. Dibble unloads and hits him right between the numbers. Enough to break almost anyone's back. But Tuffle, once he regained his feet, as Dibble marched in, they exchanged words and then blows. The left and the right, both benches cleared, and the grappling ensued. But this was one of your better brouhahas. As Mailer and Lee May try to restrain Dibble, Tuffle walks out, then words are exchanged, and Dibble goes for round 2. He gets intercepted on the way. In the meantime, virtually everyone gets involved, including Norm Charlton with some choice words for the Mets. Eventually, Dibble, Samuel, and Tuffle got ejected.